Greetings, everybody, from the Sportsplex at Matthews in North Carolina. It is coverage of MLS Next Pro tonight as Crown Legacy welcomes Inter Miami CF2. Alongside our entire crew, Sean St. Jacques, happy to have you with us. Very exciting matchup in the Eastern Conference of MLS Next Pro tonight. The hosts, Crown Legacy, have been off to a flying start in this MLS Next Pro campaign. They try to stay perfect tonight, looking for a third consecutive win. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're looking for their first win of this MLS Next Pro campaign, trying to build on the first point that they claimed back in match week 1. We'll see if they can come to Carolina tonight and pull off a slight upset. Starting lineups look like this. Kevin Sawchek and Crown Legacy have been scoring goals at will at the moment. Rodolfo Aloko, Nimfasha Berkimas, Hugo Mbong, Nathan Richmond amongst the leading goal scorers so far. Mbong will lead that midfield just off to the right. Aloko leads the line up top. Johnson, Neely, Clearly, and Sengo Kiza in defense have been scoring goals and defending at a high level. Isaac Walker gets the start in goal. Crown Legacy have outscored their first two opponents by 11 goals to 3. That +8 goal differential leads MLS Next Pro coming into action tonight. They'll hope to build on that. On the other side of things for Miami, Rafael Perez's starting 11 looks like this. Diego Rey, Mateo Saha up top. Ido Zeltzer Zubida, Mark Rodriguez, Ian Urquidy, notables in the midfield. Theo Vorenkamp, Rondell White, Nicolas Almeida in defense. Matias Marin gets the start in goal. Miami were shut out last time out against defending champions Red Bull New York. They'll hope to bounce back here today, and if they can, they would get a rare win over Crown Legacy. It's one of their bogey teams in MLS Next Pro. It could really give the visitors a boost to come away with a result here in Matthews tonight. Teams both about to break their huddles here in North Carolina. Very intriguing matchup in the Eastern Conference of MLS Next Pro. You look at the numbers and the early season returns, and Crown Legacy look to be one of the contenders in the East. Miami been off to a slower start, but again, we're still so early on in the campaign. Any result could still be a turning point in a respective team's season. It will be Crown Legacy in their home whites with the blue trim kicking us off. They'll be going from left to right here on MLSNextPro.com and on OneFootball. Marie Dur is our head referee. And again, can Crown Legacy continue their near sparkling start to this campaign? Or does Miami have an early season upset up their sleeves? Crown Legacy want to put the early pressure on Miami, who are in black with the pink trim. So they dump it into their half, and it's going to be an early throw-in for the visitors. Crown Legacy coming off a really impressive 7-2 win against Huntsville. Last time out, trying to build off of one of the best scoring displays we've seen this season, and really in almost any season in MLS Next Pro. 7 goals is getting close towards the record books, really, for most goals scored in a game. It's in that conversation. And Kevin Sawchek is hoping to have this early season momentum continue tonight against a Miami side filled with talent, filled particularly with attacking talent. There's no questions about that, but can they bounce back after a hiccup against the defending champions last time out? We talked about the attacking talent for Miami. Yes, they were shut out last time out. They've only scored once in the first 2 games of the season. Mateo Saha scored during match week 1 for Miami, who did settle for a point after losing a shootout. Of course, the questions for Rafael Perez's group will be really along the lines of, can they slow down Crown Legacy's seemingly unstoppable attack? Zeltzer Zubida here for Miami, looking to probe on this near side. Lays it off for Basabe. Urquidy was stood up, but Miami keeps it through Rodriguez and then out to the far side. Almeida, a little bit of a dangerous pass. Marin helps Miami stay on it. This is the 9th all-time meeting between Crown Legacy and Inter Miami in Next Pro. Crown Legacy has won 7 of 8. Only one win for Miami in the head-to-head. Crown Legacy have won 5 in a row against Inter Miami. The last win for the youngsters from South Beach was July 28th, 2024, a 2-0 win. Since then, since that last Miami win over Crown Legacy, coming up on 2 years ago, Crown Legacy have outscored Miami for the last 5 games, 23-7 in MLS Next Pro play. So again, the numbers would point to a tough night for Miami, but for those that have followed MLS Next Pro, looks can be deceiving on nights like this and can certainly lead to some fascinating results. Of course, we talked with both camps in the lead up to this game. On the Miami side of things, obviously they eventually went down to 10 men in that loss to Red Bull New York 2, which was a sore spot, but Miami have tried to continue to keep it positive as the referee gives Crown Legacy a free kick here. The main motivator, Rafael Perez and his group, this is still a young group. So there's players that have been able to train with the first team during the preseason. They're getting more and more looks with the Inter Miami senior team. And despite coach saying that they're still really strong and have showed positive moments in attack and different defensive phases as well, he really feels, particularly defensively, there's still a lot of room for improvement with this young Miami group. And it's something they hope to take a step forward on tonight. They have to defend this set piece. Nudged header to the edge of the area. Is swiftly recovered for a recycle, but Crown Legacy are forced to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Walker. And Walker, wow, great distribution out to that far side. Berkimas, however, could not haul it in. Fasha Berkimas is one of the really bright young stars, not just in the Crown Legacy setup, but in all of MLS. Has had time with the senior team before with Charlotte, and has also been a U.S. Youth International on multiple occasions. And has scored some wonder strikes for both club and country over the years. As a matter of fact, the last time these two teams met in Next Pro was August 22nd, 2025. Crown Legacy beat Miami in Next Pro by 6-0. Berkimas had a hat trick in that game, scored half of Crown Legacy's goals the last time these two met in the Next Pro regular season. Another tough challenge in the midst of that sequence, and Crown Legacy will have a free kick. I briefly talked about it when reviewing the starting lineups for both teams. Mbong, Aloko, Berkimas, Richmond, Cleary, all starters tonight who scored in the 7-2 win over Huntsville. What does that tell you? Well, not only can Crown Legacy get goals from multiple players, they can get goals from multiple positions on the field. The back line has provided goals. Obviously, the front three has done most of the damage. And the midfield has been able to be a big part of the goal-scoring exploits as well. Or Kevin Sawchek's group, and we asked Coach about how the group's coming together, and he just said this is such a fun group to work with. You can see how bright his smile was on our video call with him this week. Just said on and off the field, it's a talented group, said, but it's a humble group. And it's a group that just wants to get better every single day. And he said they're taking in the information so well. And he said it's a team-first mentality. All the guys have shown that so far. It doesn't matter who scores the goals. It doesn't matter how it happens. It's a matter that it happens for the team. He said if that continues, big things can happen. Walker surveying the scene here. Miami are waiting to press here. Trying to pin Crown Legacy back. And that was a lovely turn. Trying to thread it down this near side, and is that going to be a foul? The assistant referee keeps the flag down here. Nathan Richmond thought he was fouled by Rondell White. Both the center referee and the assistant referee had a chance to call a foul there. Neither did, so they didn't feel there was enough contact to take Richmond to the ground. Under pressure here, Walker hoofs it upfield. Now then, Berkimas, even him with the fast and relentless pace that he provides, could not get to that ball in time. In early days in Next Pro, but when you look at the East, so far, Crown Legacy is the only team that's had maximum points to this point in the campaign, at least in the live table. In the East, still a couple of teams in the West fit that bill. St. Louis City 2 are off to a great start. Houston Dynamo 2 looking strong early. But Crown Legacy have the best goal differential in the early days of MLS Next Pro in 2026. We'll see if it stays that way, of course, at the end of the night. White plays that into traffic. And that challenge was, well, brought up to the referee as a possible foul. Not interested. Almeida out to this near side for Plumbeck. Under pressure, Urquidy forced to go back. And Almeida links up with Rondell White. White hits that over the top. Something that Kevin Sawchek mentioned as a possible game plan for Miami. Yes, there's good technical players in this team that can really slice and dice defenses with their interplay. However, in the early days of this season in Next Pro, Miami have shown signs of being more direct, more long balls over the top, trying to pick out the likes of Diego Rey, Mateo Saha over the top. As we've already seen in the early 10-11 minutes here, they've tried to mix in a little bit of a press when they can as well. But for the most part, Crown Legacy, as they do here, play through it rather comfortably. And Berkimas tries to maneuver here, gets past the first challenge. Slides this into the middle. It's Nathan Richmond. And Richmond's shot is wide of the target, but not by much. Well, wonderful work here from Nimfasha Berkimas. Hits off the back of a Loco's boot, it looked like. And Nathan Richmond, who did score last time out for Crown Legacy, tried to bend it into the left-hand side of the netting, not able to do so. So it's a goal kick for Miami. Referee does want Miami to get on with it here. Matias Marin is taking his time. Really taking his time here. He sends the ball along with his teammates forward here. And it was picked up nicely by Saha, but could not find Diego Rey, and it rolls out of play. Well, I asked Kevin Sawchek, the Crown Legacy coach, what he attributed to the first two games and the success the team has had. He said the front four's work, pressing and counter-pressing, the off-the-ball work, really. So we can improve in the build-up and controlling when the ball's at our feet, but when the ball isn't at our feet, when our opposition has the ball, he said that's when we've been at our best so far this season. And obviously you can look at the score lines and see how many times Crown Legacy have made their opponents pay this season. Here is some of that off-the-ball work here, trying to pin Miami back. That ball slithers through nicely here for Plumbeck, who does have real estate to run into here for Inter Miami. Zeltzer Zubida. Early cross into the middle. It's a really good chance here. It's Diego Rey, saved by Walker. Offside flag goes up on the follow-up. Wow, what a chance for Miami to put a sting in the tail early. Zeltzer Zubida's ball in was nearly perfect. The layoff for Rey was luscious, and Diego Rey could not beat Isaac Walker, who comes up with a strong save. Well, good end-to-end moments there. Crown Legacy with a chance from Richmond, and then right back up the other end. Diego Rey off the lovely ball from Zeltzer Zubida, and the touchdown into space nearly put Miami on top. That's sent forward by Urquidy. It's another lovely ball over the top. Another chance to cross this into the middle. Zeltzer Zubida controls it, bends it into the middle. It's still not cleared. Now Crown Legacy clear their lines, and Berkimas looks to lead them up the other end. They don't quite have the numbers, and they try to slide it through the lines there. Miami recovers. Well, whatever goal you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. Ally is the official bank of Charlotte FC. Ally Bank, member FDIC. Well, both teams nearly cashed in. Early chances there in a lovely end-to-end sequence. But for now, the scoreline remains unchanged. Richmond missing the target. Isaac Walker, great stop between the sticks. Here's Plumbeck. Maneuvering towards the byline here and fizzing it across. Oh, it just needed a touch. Diego Rey was right on the doorstep for Inter Miami and somehow couldn't redirect it into the back of the net. It was a tap-in opportunity. Well, make that two. Big missed opportunities for Miami to grab the lead here. And then that's going to be a foul, free kick. And some of the Miami pressure gets alleviated. Referee does give a talking to there after that challenge comes in from Diego Rey. Nothing more than that for now, at least. Oh, that nearly slithers through. But the referee brings this back. It's a foul, a free kick, and there's going to be a yellow card. Mark Rodriguez for Miami into the referee's book here. And it's for the shirt tug there. Hugo Mbong dragged down by his shirt, and really the referee didn't have much of a choice there. First booking of the night. I briefly mentioned this earlier, but Kevin Sawchuk did talk about wanting to see some improvement when Crown Legacy were on the ball and building attacks in the opposition's final third. Still early days of the season. Again, another opportunity tonight to try and see progress there from that standpoint. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass by Almeida. It's picked off. Chance for Crown Legacy to take the lead. Oh, and Marine makes a great stop. Berkimas back into the middle, and Aloko could not put it in front. Oh, what a save by Marine. Then on the follow-up attempts here, Miami clear their lines. Wow. Both goalkeepers have come up trumps inside of 20 minutes. Hugo Mbong has continued to be in the heart, the middle of chance creation moments for Crown Legacy. Along with Aloko, also had a chance. This is Aloko here, takes it down. Handball appeals come in, and it is going to be a handball on Crown Legacy. And Miami are let off the hook. Rodolfo Aloko's been in excellent scoring form. Has scored a brace in each of the first 2 games. Nearly found space for the shot there. The game has been rather open in the near 20 minutes that have elapsed. Crown Legacy get the first and second headers on it. And the pass looking for Richmond is cut out. Zeltzer Zubida. Miami recover it with Almeida here. Blombeck has time and space for the visitors. Zeltzer Zubida. Provided good service so far for Miami tonight. Cannot fit it through that time. On the turn, it's won back by Subotic. Further sent back by Will Cleary. One of the first teamers in this Crown Legacy setup tonight. Crown Legacy try to go direct. That's a lovely crossfield ball for Berkimas on the far side. And Berkimas wins a corner for Crown Legacy. Berkimas will take it. It's already getting a little bit chippy inside the 6-yard box here. The referee, Marie Durr, does not want to see much more of that. Berkimas to deliver for Crown Legacy. Puts a lot of air underneath it. It looks like it came off Miami on this near side. Rodriguez, who was trying to shield a player away, ends up being the last one to touch it, and Crown Legacy will get a second attempt from the near side corner flag. Another chance for Crown Legacy from a set piece. It's going to be an in-swinger. White's header away, nudged further clear, only as far as Neely, and then it's looped back into the middle. Marine will settle it down for Miami. Well, at Atrium Health, we don't just treat part of you, we treat all of you, so you can enjoy those winning moments that matter. Atrium Health, the official healthcare partner of Charlotte FC. Plumbeck down the line here. Zeltzer Zubida thought he was pushed there, but in complaining there, he gives up a chance to get back on the ball. But his teammate Plumbeck helps win it back for him instead. Plumbeck to the byline, does well. Cross into the middle is just over the top. And on this near side, Theo Vorenkamp could not get the shot away. And Vorenkamp is dispossessed on the far side. Lovely skill here through the middle of the park. Crown Legacy could be off to the races here. What a ball through that is. Aloko's in one-on-one and scores! What a dynamic break from Crown Legacy, doing what they do best in 2026, knifing through defenses and scoring goals at will. Rodolfo Aloko's 5th next pro goal already this season puts Crown Legacy on top. Like a hot knife through butter. Crown Legacy slash and dash their way through Miami on the break and jump out on top. Two goals in the first game, 2 goals in the second game. Match week 3, Aloko has scored again. No one can stop him at the moment, and seemingly no one can slow down this Crown Legacy attack. "12 goals in less than 2.5 games for Kevin Sawchek's group, and they are certainly having fun while doing it.
Number 37, Rodolfo.
Miami look for the response up the other end. That's over everybody's head on the service. Besabe tracks it down for Plumbeck. Plumbeck does well. He's able to feed that through for Urquidy, and Urquidy keeps the ball in play. Plumbeck's shot is blocked. Miami recovers it with Almeida. Cross into the middle. Again, it's flicked away, but not definitively cleared yet. Vorenkamp forced to go back to Rondell White for a full recycle. Clipped down the line by Besabe. This is Rodriguez. Lovely ball for Vorenkamp. He cuts it back. Vorenkamp plays it across, and again, it's just out of the reach of Diego Rey. Now Crown Legacy look to break with Berkimas. Berkimas trying to slide it through for Aloko. And Marine and company are there to recover it for Inter Miami. Now that, another chance to cross. It's deflected. And Miami, good response after conceding the goal. They have another corner on the far side. And you can see why Miami are trying to get Diego Rey more on the ball. Although I must say, Rey's had two big chances to get on the end of balls played in behind and has not been able to redirect either one of those on target. What can Miami do from this corner? Ooh, a pushing and shoving match here in the goal mouth. Oh, and I think Isaac Walker, beg your pardon, has been booked for pushing over one of the Miami players here.
A yellow card has been issued.
And I think Walker is contending that he was being held.
Isaac Walker in the 27th.
The goalkeeper with an early yellow card. Players are actually trying to wave the referee off here, who is still, I think, not happy with Isaac Walker. But Walker is saying that Ian Urquidy continues to bump and get in his way. And Walker pushes Urquidy again. That tussle continues. Miami get the corner delivered here. Oh, and it's nudged down on this near side, but Almeida did not have the angle in his favor. The header from Berquimas is cleared by Marin, who sends it up the other end here. Flag stays down. Miami get the shot away, and Walker knocks it down off the attempt by Mateo Saha, who has scored Miami's lone goal this season. Nearly fit another one through, but Walker was able to hold on to the tame effort. Another collision away from the action here. Not enough for a foul, says the referee. Just a Crown Legacy throw. Besabe for Plombeck. Plombeck surging towards the byline here, trying to fight his way through, but he could not keep the ball in before crossing it into the middle. It's going to be a goal kick for Crown Legacy here with half an hour gone. Walker clears. Touchdown from Marin, and Miami can reset in possession. Almeida. White is closed down nicely on that far side by Mbong. And that will lead us into a stoppage here. It's going to be a cooling break here in Matthews, North Carolina. And a few players who observed Ramadan can now break their fast here in the 32nd minute. Crown Legacy have the lead. Rodolfo Aloco scoring the opening goal in the 25th minute. We'll step aside for a moment and be back after a short break. Welcome back, everybody. Sean St. Jacques, our entire crew, happy to have you with us. A cooling break here for those players who observe Ramadan, with Crown Legacy leading Inter Miami in MLS Next Pro tonight by 1-0. Rodolfo Aloko continues to have a wonderful start to the season from a goal-scoring standpoint. His 5th goal in the first 3 games of the campaign has Kevin Sawchek's group 1 to the good, but there's still 13 minutes plus stoppage time to play at the end of the half. Miami have certainly had their fair share of chances. Lots of positive moments from Rafael Perez's group, just haven't quite been clinical enough right at the end of certain attacking moves. Now then, Crown Legacy right back on the front foot. And Richmond poked that towards Mbong. Crown Legacy thought they might be able to continue playing here. The red, I beg your pardon, it's a yellow card that's come out here. I believe that's for Ian Urquidy.
Inter Miami in the 33rd minute, number 55.
So Urquidy becomes the first, I beg your pardon, the second Miami player to pick up a yellow, along with Mark Rodriguez. The yellow is confirmed. And on top of that, Crown Legacy have a set piece in pretty good position here. Richmond and company stand over this. There's 3 Miami players in the wall, 1 Crown Legacy player in the wall. Looks like it's Berkimas and Richmond. And Richmond gets it played into him here. What a set piece this is. Richmond into the middle. And Miami are saying it should be a goal kick. The referee's pointed for a corner here. Miami players up in arms over that decision, quite literally. But it's gone Crown Legacy's way. Awkward defensive moment here for Miami. They were caught out. It was a wonderfully worked set piece. Richmond gets the step. I wonder if that maybe came off an arm as well. Either way, it's a corner. More Miami defending upcoming. From the corner, oh! Onto the roof of the net. Oh, that was nearly in Olympico territory. Marine may have had that covered, but it's gonna be a goal kick. Shop local, shop smart. Rugs.com is a proud sponsor of Crown Legacy FC. Visit them today and bring home a winning look. Rugs.com, where every home goal starts with the perfect rug. Walker clears it upfield. It's going to fall kindly, at least for Richmond. Then the handball appeal comes in from Crown Legacy, who stopped playing. Referee did not blow the whistle, and it allows Miami to get on the front foot here with Plombeck. Plombeck surveys the scene here and took too much time to make up his mind. Loses the ball and then slipped trying to win it back. This opens up Crown Legacy down this near side for a potential counterattack with Richmond. Aloko. Still Aloko skipping past challenges, switches it over to Berkimas. And Berkimas thinks better of it. Crown Legacy can continue to build with this attack. Koulibaly. Oh, he slithers it through beautifully. A little layoff here for Subotic. Berkimas dispossessed, and he gets a boot on it, but it ricochets out for a goal kick. Again, more promising build up there from Crown Legacy with the ball at their feet, something they're trying to work on. This time there's no end product. But this is where Crown Legacy are at their best. Miami try to play out here. Crown Legacy are such a good pressing team. Marine clears it forward. The header by Richmond did well there. And then Mbong and Subotic could not really work that out. For Crown Legacy, here's Diego Rey for Miami, does well to escape the Koulibaly challenge. Zeltzer Zubida trying to cut in field, and he's dispossessed. Richmond, after some great defensive work by Will Cleary, helped get Crown Legacy out of trouble, and then Aloko gives it right back to the visitors here. Rondell White. Nicolas Almeida. Still about 6 or 7 minutes left for Miami to try to find the leveler before the halftime interval arrives. Offside flag is up here. So it's going to be a free kick for Crown Legacy. Back for Walker. Oh, Walker gives this away to White. Couple of high boots in there. Referee lets them go. And it does touch out of play before Miami could keep it in. A rare moment where Miami didn't really show the proper sense of urgency to keep that attack going. That was a bit of a giveaway. Will Cleary on the near side. Tries to thread the needle. But Marine can reset for Miami here. Zeltzer Zubida, lovely ball over the top. Plumbeck. Plumbeck got there and was brought down. That's a free kick for Miami. Great hustle by Preston Plumbeck here. Looked like he was fouled by Jack Neely, who was second best on this one. See, Plumbeck gets his right boot onto it, and Neely clatters into him. Just a half step too late. And Miami have a set piece opportunity to work with here. Plumbeck tries to bend one. Well, had really good shape on it, but in the end, it is wide. I think Walker had it covered. Well, both teams have managed from set pieces to pretty comfortably find opportunities to get shots away. Richmond cannot win the header there. Zeltzer Zubida recovers from Marine. Almeida. Miami trying to play through the Crown Legacy press here. Plombeck maybe didn't mean to do that, but links up nicely and then links a ball over the top. Easy enough for Walker, who outlets to Berkimas. And Berkimas was double booked and lost the ball and ends up committing a foul. Zeltzer Zubida. And Plombeck could not return the favor. Near side Richmond. And the cross-field ball is not going to reach Berkimas. Subotic tries to find Berkimas again. Same result. Vorenkamp steps in. Tries to pick out Diego Rey down that far side, and he will not be able to get it to him. Urquidy just tried to loop it over the top, and then Diego Rey was the target there. Not definitively cleared, however. And then it's a key header from Cleary, only as far as Rodriguez. And then Rodriguez couldn't keep it. Miami thought he was fouled there. No, says the referee. Aloko leads the break up to Berkimas for Crown Legacy. Nimfasha Berkimas to Mbong. Back to Berkimas, couldn't recover it. Koulibaly for Richmond, what a ball that is. Aloko in the middle. Richmond went down in the middle of that. Now Crown Legacy appeal for a penalty, and the referee does not give that either. Well, 2 moments of contention in the sequence. Miami thought they should have had a free kick up one end. Oh, and does Richmond get clipped on that sliding challenge by Basabe? The trailing leg may have clipped the right boot of Richmond, but I don't think the referee got a clear view of that. And obviously, as you've seen, it's not a penalty. All of that coming after Mark Rodriguez thought he was fouled just a few yards outside the area up the other end. It ends up being a throw-in for Crown Legacy with 3 added minutes left in the half.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time added to the end of the half.
Cleary looking for help here. Throws a hopeful ball towards the edge of the area, and Miami actually does him a favor, and they clear it out for a corner. They didn't have to do that. A little bit of a Miami mix-up there defensively. Can Crown Legacy profit from this corner? Looks like it'll be Nathan Richmond to take it. Has a goal and an assist so far this season in MLS Next Pro. It'll be an in-swinger from Nathan Richmond. It's a good one as well. Oh, it just needed a header towards goal. It didn't happen. And then Miami looked to break with Zeltzer Zubida up the other end. Zeltzer Zubida waits for help. Plombeck joins in. Still Plombeck with 2 men on him, wins a throw. Urquidy Rondell White, he overruns the ball there. Forced to play it all the way back to Almeida. About a minute left here in the half. Urquidy out wide. Vorenkamp. First time ball in by Rodriguez. Oh, and the header glances wide from Mateo Saha. And it's gonna be a goal kick. And you start to wonder if that might be the last action of a goal-scoring attempt variety left in the half. Walker told to get on with it here. Walker smashes it forward. Not the best of headers from a Miami standpoint, but Marin reacts well and clears it upfield. It's a flicked on header towards Aloko here. Miami let it bounce in behind. And as Miami recovers the ball, the halftime whistle goes here in North Carolina. Well, Rodolfo Aloko continues his wonderful goal-scoring exploits in the early days and weeks of MLS Next Pro. His 25th minute goal has Crown Legacy on top of Miami by 1-0 at the half. Coming up at halftime, the rumors are true. Danny Rojas from the Ted Lasso Show, yes, the Danny Rojas, has been training in Next Pro camps. Plus, the pathway is not restricted to players, as some assistant and head coaches have made their way up the coaching tree within MLS clubs. All that and more as we start the halftime show when we come back after a quick break.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back, everybody. Our halftime score is Crown Legacy 1, Miami 0. There have been a number of coaches who have started with the youth to the Next Pro side and are now assistant and even head coaches in MLS. Let's meet a player who had a decision to make after his career between the lines and decided to give it back as a coach, as we head to North Texas and chat with Matt Hedges.
Very excited to be here officially. You know, I helped out a little bit last year. You know, I really enjoyed my time working with the players, working with the staff. So, you know, I'm glad to be able to be on the staff full time and be involved. Towards the end of my career, I started thinking about what I wanted to do. You know, post playing, and coaching was something that, for a while, I didn't know if I wanted to do it. When my kids started to get a little bit older and I started doing it with them, I started enjoying it, and I thought, I had a lot of knowledge that I could pass down to young players. That was kind of an easy decision after thinking about it. There's lots of different things that I can teach them from my career, but also, the mentality, the intensity, the winning mentality is what I want to bring to the young guys, because they're going to need that. I played at a high level college, and I was still like a little bit overwhelmed when I first got here, you know, and it's the adaptation. If you don't do it quick at that time, then you were kind of out of the system. But now I think, especially with the academy and bringing those guys up and then moving into a environment like MLS Next Pro with North Texas, then I think it's a big jump in the quality of, you know, everything that is involved with this. And I think it's huge for developing players. I think there used to be a lot of guys who kind of got pushed out of the system if it wasn't working right away, but now those guys maybe get a second chance and can develop into good players. Yeah, it feels good. I mean, it feels like home. Like you said, I've been here for a long time. I know a lot of people here. You know, I knew John beforehand. I knew a lot of the other staff beforehand, and even some of the players I still know. So it's just nice to be back in, you know, a familiar environment and be able to give these players my knowledge. This year, I think my goal is to improve our defensive solidarity. Obviously, I want to try to improve individually the players in the defensive line, help them improve their tendencies. But, you know, as a unit, I want our group to be solid and to give up less goals. That's always the goal. And for me, that was like my big thing as a player throughout my career. I always wanted to give up less goals, and I think that's something I want to pass on to these defensive players.
Halftime here in North Carolina, Crown Legacy leading Miami by 1-0. Second half's coming up in just a few moments. But first, this is real, not an act. One of your favorite Ted Lasso actors did indeed make an appearance in a Next Pro camp, and it turns out he can play in real life as well. We tracked him down to talk about the experience with the Chicago Fire.
Hola, hola, this is Cristo Fernandez, and we're here at the new facilities in Chicago Fire. Very happy and grateful to be here. I know I've been doing more acting and filmmaking these last couple of years. I would have never imagined how life was gonna turn for me. Never imagined that with my new dreams of film and acting, football, soccer was gonna be the thing that was gonna open them for me. I say this because I've always missed football, soccer. That's my first love. The level is very intense, young upcoming players, so lots of potential in this club. I can say that this is world-class level. I played professionally back home in Guadalajara. We didn't have this level of world-class facilities. I think the club is doing something great for both the city, the team, the players. It's a dream come true for anyone to be here, so for me it's also a dream come true to be here now, and I am grateful for the opportunity. What has surprised me is the level of the team. I've seen both the first team, the second team, the players, they're doing something great. And what surprised me as well is the quality of the people, very nice people. And that also says a lot about the club, and I think that's very important. It's been really nice getting back to the field, training, and really giving my best and believing I still can play this professionally, and we'll see where the dream takes us. But it's been really nice.
Well, what a cool story that is with the Chicago Fire FC2. Here in Carolina, Crown Legacy on top by 1-0. Again, we'll have the second half coming up in just a few moments. But as halftime continues, let's reintroduce our newest club in MLS Next Pro this season, CT United.
This is Connecticut's newest club, built for the entire state, not just one city.
Connecticut's a pretty culturally diverse state. Doesn't really have one major city. There's a bunch of small cities that are pretty close to each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the founding partner of Connecticut Sports Group, Mr. Andre Swanston.
I remember feeling like, okay, it's on now, because talk is cheap. A lot of people say, oh, you know, I'm gonna own the team, and da-da-da. You hear that all day, every day, everywhere. And so it kind of, you know, it was late 2023 when kind of everything went through. We knew it was approved and it was gonna happen. And it was just kind of, Michelle and I were like, all right, okay, it's on now. Like, let's go.
I want to thank all of you who have made today possible and who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to bring these ideas to life, including the entire team from the Connecticut Sports Group.
Before the first professional match, the foundation was already in motion. In 2024, CT United launched its professional academy.
We started our academy first because we wanted to, one, make CT United tangible to the community and so they could see it, touch it, feel it, that we're here.
One of my first conversations with Andre and Michelle, when I met with them and we started discussing, their vision and what they wanted for their football team in the state of Connecticut, the ambitions, they're breaking down the barriers for giving kids opportunities to play in the academy. Once you have that idea, then I think it becomes pretty clear in terms of now bringing in the right people in your staff and to start to identify the right type of players you want to come in.
It starts in MLS Next, and it continues in MLS Next Pro.
I think we're headed in the right direction. We have a good group of guys. Coaching staff is alive and ready. And I think we're just pushing towards, the start of the season and looking to have a good season.
We knew that we wanted a team that was entertaining. We wanted a team that was going to dominate with the ball and against the ball. A team that looked to play forward, a team that is aggressive.
They're entertaining players, man. I mean, I'm really excited being in the league for 4 years and seeing the group that we're gathering together makes me happy.
What the ownership and the sporting director laid out to me, we had a couple of calls before I decided to join the team. It was very ambitious. I like what they have planned for the team, and I like the future, and I want to be part of this project. We have a lot of young players, so I know we're going to be very energetic. We're all here to learn, to get better, and when you're young, your brain is like a sponge.
So, here's the standard.
Connecticut is used to winning. We've got to show them like we're playing for real, like we're not messing around. And then also I think with being the only black owner in the league, like I'm not losing, right? Like I refuse to make it seem like I can't build something that can compete on the level.
Sean St. Jacques, our entire crew, happy to have you back here with us. Halftime between Crown Legacy and Inter Miami. It's the host, Crown Legacy, leading by 1-0. We'll have the second half coming up in just a few moments. Of course, looking back at last week's results and some of the earlier results from this weekend in MLS Next Pro. Big wins for Red Bull New York last week, Orlando City B. Critical victory as well. Austin winning on spot kicks against Ventura County. Pretty impressive, by the way, from Earthquakes 2 over LAFC 2 last week, a 4-1 win. Remember, Orlando City B backed that up yesterday with a pretty impressive road win at Carolina Core by 3-2 as well. Big midweek fixture in the Eastern Conference of Next Pro on Thursday. NYCFC 2 will take on Toronto FC 2. Columbus and Cincinnati, always a great fixture, coming up on Saturday. And then Sunday, St. Louis City 2 against LAFC 2 as well. All good games to watch coming up on the Next Pro slate. First half highlights here between Crown Legacy and Inter Miami. It was the host that got off to a swift start. Berkimas just gliding through here. It fell kindly for Nathan Richmond, who couldn't quite bend it on target. Lovely left boot. Just could not trouble the goalkeeper. Then up the other end, Vorenkamp for Miami lays it off, and it's Diego Rey, thwarted by Isaac Walker. Great save from the Crown Legacy goalkeeper. Then the breakthrough, Rodolfo Aloco, his 5th goal already this season in MLS Next Pro. In the 25th minute, gave Crown Legacy a 1-0 lead. That's where we stand with 45 minutes in the books. And Crown Legacy could have had more. They kept on pressing towards the end of this first half. Koulibaly for Richmond here, and it was placed into the middle. Good tackle defensively by Rondell White. Despite the lead, Miami have actually outshot Crown Legacy in total shots, 7-3, but the quality chances, shots on target, is even, 2 apiece so far. So Inter Miami have more than played their part so far in this game. We'll see if they can bounce back in the second 45, which is coming up after the break.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro.
Yeah, boys hear sentiment, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still sticking ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best, can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Welcome back, everybody. Sean St. Jacques, our entire crew, happy to have you with us here on MLSNextPro.com and One Football. It is Crown Legacy leading Inter Miami CF2 by 1-0 at the half. Rodolfo Aloco, 5 goals in 2.5 games to start this MLS Next Pro season. What a campaign he's had to this point. And Crown Legacy have outscored their opponents so far 12-3 in 2.5 games as well. We were told that Miami is going to make a halftime adjustment here. Number 66 in black, just on the left edge of the center circle. That's Joseph Converse, who's come in for Mark Rodriguez, who is one of the 2 Inter Miami players on a yellow card going into the halftime interval. And it will be Inter Miami kicking us off at the start of the second half. They're in black and pink. They're going from left to right. Crown Legacy are in white and blue. And our referee, Marie Durr, is in yellow and gets the second half started for us here on the Sportsplex at Matthews in Matthews, North Carolina. Can Crown Legacy add on to their lead, or will we see a Miami bounce back in the second half, as you see the confirmation of that Rafael Perez halftime adjustment for Miami? Rodriguez out, Converse in. The ball in from Diego Rey. Nearly fell for Saha Vorenkamp. Beaten to it by Andrew Johnson. And after all of that, Crown Legacy are going to clear their lines. Subotic. It's going to run out of room on this near side. Throw in to Miami. Remember, Crown Legacy trying to make it 3 wins from 3 at the start of this MLS Next Pro season. They'd be the only team in the East to do that. And currently a +9 goal differential. They still have the best goal differential, at least for now, in MLS Next Pro as well. We'll see if that holds up by the end of the night. Mbong lays it off here for Berkimas. And it's touched out of play. It's a goal kick. Great defensive work in the nick of time by Miami. Oh, and then a coming together there on a yellow card. Comes out. Marine bumped into by Berkimas, it looked like. And Mfasha Berkimas picks up a needless yellow.
Number 27, Mfasha Berkimas.
There's the confirmation of the Berkimas yellow. Very peculiar moment there. And Berkimas gets right back on the ball here. Subotic for Nathan Richmond. Oh, it's delightful. It's another delectable team goal from Crown Legacy. Finished off by Nathan Richmond for his second Next Pro goal of the season. And Crown Legacy are 2-0 up. Lovely feed from Andrei Subotic. And it's such a cool, calm, and collected finish by Nathan Richmond. 2 for him on the season, 2 for Crown Legacy on the night. They are just ruthless when they're at their best. Give the ball away to Crown Legacy at your own peril. Miami have done it twice, and really multiple times on top of that. But 2 times in particular, they've been absolutely punished for it. And a hill to climb has turned into a mountain very quickly here for the visitors. As another yellow card is going to come out here. And I think it's going to be given to the Crown Legacy player who's on the ground here. Well, it's going to be a Loco who picks up a yellow card there.
Number 71, Nathan Richmond.
So a Loco now into the book. That's 2 of Crown Legacy's front 3 all of a sudden on yellow cards. Well, one back by Subotic. And then he may have been taken out away from the play there. And then a Loco tries to win it off of the goalkeeper.
A yellow card has been issued to Crown Legacy.
And has the referee brought this all the way back? I think she has. Took a moment for the referee to make up her mind there. It is going to be a free kick for Crown Legacy. Not sure the referee saw that challenge. Maybe got some word from the 4th official or from the assistant to bring that back. That's what referee communication is all about. Oh, lovely take by Nimfasha Berkimas, but he cannot pick out a teammate. It's blocked. Good recovery tackle after Berkimas nearly pulled a rabbit out of his hat. This is where Miami could be in the danger zone here. 2-0 down early in the second half. As we've already seen this season, Crown Legacy have been able to polish off their first 2 opponents with ease, particularly with goals in the second half. Are they on a similar path tonight? We'll see. Berkimas from the corner. It's going to be played to the edge of the area. It's Richmond, blocked by White. Recovered by Aloko. Finds Berkimas. Berkimas' shot is blocked. Back out for another corner. Referee's going to hold up the corner here. Oh, and a second ball was thrown back onto the field. I don't think that was intentional. Now Berkimas to deliver. Really fizzes it in there. Oh, and it just needed a touch on the edge of the 6. In the end, Crown Legacy cannot take full advantage. Jack Neely resets for the hosts. Just tries to loop this over the top. Delicate touches there from Cleary. It nearly slithers in behind, but Rondell White cleans it up for Miami. That's the more lovely build up here for Crown Legacy. Aloko, did he keep it in play? Berkimas scores! Well, this time Aloko is the facilitator. He keeps the ball in play. And Imfasha Berkima scores his third goal of the season. Crown Legacy have 3. And they could be dancing their way to 3 more points at the top of the Eastern Conference in MLS Next Pro. Great save by Aloko and an acrobatic finish from Berkimas to give Crown Legacy a commanding 3-0 lead. Well, the attack for Crown Legacy has been as advertised tonight. Each of the front 3 now have scored. Aloko, Richmond, Berkimas. And we said Miami could be in some trouble here if they didn't rectify things defensively. Well, 1 has become 2, and 5 minutes later, 2 becomes 3 for Crown Legacy. Goals in the 84th, I beg your pardon, flip it around, 48th and 53rd minutes at the start of the second half for Crown Legacy. 3-0 up. And just continuing to hum down the train tracks at the start of this Next Pro campaign. Goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side. Crown Legacy, as we've already seen in the first 2 games, they're not going to let up. They're going to look for more here. So it's thrown in down the line. Chance to cross. So it's a lovely cutback to the edge of the area here. There's numbers to aim at. Oh, the shot is deflected off of Almeida. And it's out for a corner to Crown Legacy after a lovely run from Nathan Richmond. Another set-piece opportunity for Crown Legacy, who would love nothing more than to score another and slam the door shut on any potential Miami comeback attempt. From the corner. Good shape on it. Goalkeeper gets a touch on it, and it's going to be a foul. Free kick for Miami just outside the 6. Well, it gives us time to tell you that whatever goal you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. Ally, the official bank of Charlotte FC, Ally Bank, member FDIC. Ooh, Hugo Mbong nearly came back and won that for Crown Legacy, but Miami can continue their attack here. Diego Rey, oh, it nearly fell back into his path, but it's cleared away. Lovely little back heel by Berkimas, who continues his run, and that's a really poor pullback there. Yellow card for Theo Vorenkamp. With a challenge like that, he might as well just walked up to the referee and asked for one.
A yellow card has been issued to Inter Miami in the 57th.
Very clear yellow card. It's the
72, Theo Vorenkamp.
third player for Miami. Only 2 are still on the field, of course. Rodriguez substituted at the half that are on yellow cards. Here's Berkimas. Slides that through. It's Aloko. Still Rodolfo Aloko here again. He keeps it alive. But Marin is there. Quickly outlets down the far side. You can see the rain has started to come down quite heavily here in Matthews, North Carolina. Some heading for shelter. Others are prepared and have some umbrellas or ponchos out. In some ways, it's fitting because Crown Legacy's season has seen them just raining goals through 2 and nearly 3 games played. And Miami had trouble weathering the storm, if you will, this Crown Legacy attack. There's still time if Miami can get a foothold into this game and to potentially try to fight their way back. It's going to deflect out for a throw. Zeltzer Zubida has had a good game. He's going to leave that for Basabe. Plombeck. Plombeck is swarmed on the far side. It'll stay with Miami via a throw. On the turn here, this is Converse. The shot comes in. Oh, and it's just wide. Did it take a deflection on the way through? It appears it did not.
Inter-Miami
The shot came in from Borenkamp.
Leaving the match, number 55, Ian Urquidi. And entering the match, number 71, Leandro Padilla. Also leaving the match,
Miami are making a couple of changes here.
and entering the match, number 86, Zidane.
Looks like Leandro Padilla and Zidane Cadet are both coming in for Inter Miami. Ian Urquidi and Ido Zeltzer Zubida are making way. That's a double swap for Rafael Perez's group. That leaves Miami in theory with just 2 changes left. As we approach the hour here in Carolina. Oh, that's a slip from a Crown Legacy player there off the cutback. And now a chance for Berkimas to move Crown Legacy into the attack again. Miami are stretched here. Aloko through the middle. Oh, and they nearly found him. Clever from Berkimas. He just could not get it onto Aloko's boot. It was just out of his reach. Miami's turn to try to break up the other end. There's numbers in the middle to aim at here off the cutback. And it's going to be Johnson and company that get it clear, although not definitively. Miami resets with Vorenkamp. Padilla. And then a retreating pass to White. It's going to be touched out for a throw-in on the far side. If Miami are going to make some kind of a comeback attempt, they're going to have to make their move sooner rather than later. Half an hour left to go here. This time the referee's going to point in the opposite direction. Miami were in some ways trapped by that far sideline due to good Crown Legacy defending, really. It's back out for another throw. Well, we asked Kevin Sawchuk about the defense, and we're getting there. The pressing has been good to start that defensive side. The wingers have been helping the fullbacks, keeping lines tight, compact. Like the first team, Charlotte, of course, wants to play. He said players are improving. We're getting closer to where we want it to be. Again, multiple times in our conversation, he said the guys are putting the team first. Great competitive environment in training, all for the betterment of the group as a whole. And that's been a big key to Crown Legacy's early season success. here in Next Pro. Was there a foul there? Referee had a look at it. Not interested. Loco does so well, wins it right back. Richmond on the turn, dispossessed. Here is White. White for Vorenkamp. And Vorenkamp plays an early ball up ahead that's dealt with by Johnson at the expense of a throw. Vorenkamp's throw. On the turn here, it's Diego Ray trying to feed it across. Crown Legacy will clear it out to the near side.
A Crown Legacy double substitution.
Well, Crown Legacy are going to make two changes here. One's an injury returnee. Brian Romero is going to come in for Nathan Richmond. It's a great sign for Crown Legacy, getting some of those other depth players back. And Daniel Longo is going to come in as well. That'll be the end of the night for Andre Subotic. First two changes that Kevin Sawchuk has made tonight. So a throw in here for Vorenkamp. Was there some holding there? Referee lets it go, and so does Crown Legacy. It's out for a goal kick. Well, at Atrium Health, we don't just treat part of you, we treat all of you, so you can enjoy those winning moments that matter. Atrium Health, the official healthcare partner of Charlotte FC. Oh, good pressure there from Mateo Saha, but Walker clears for Crown Legacy. And Crown Legacy could be in behind here. It's a 3-on-2. A Loco with a no-look feed. Nimfasha Berkimas cutting in and then cutting it back onto his left. Could not find a Loco in the middle. Cleared by Almeida. And the sliding touch there from Sangokiza, but one back by Miami on the back end. Well, that's going to be a foul. Diego Ray left a little bit on the back of one of the Crown Legacy defenders there. It was Sangokiza who wins the free kick. Diego Ray. This is Plumbeck. We did get the cross in. Again, Crown Legacy have a lot of numbers behind the ball here and defend it pretty comfortably in the end. But Miami go back to work on this far side. Diego Ray clipping it into the middle. And again, the likes of William Sangokiza and company handle it defensively for Crown Legacy. We're off to the races here. Berkimas is onside. Nimfasha Berkimas fights his way through. Nearly finishes. Marine makes the save, and there's no chance at the follow-up. Now that it's opened up here for Miami, Diego Ray leads the visitors forward. Vorenkamp thinks better of it, waits for more support. And then it's threaded in behind, but it's not close enough for Diego Ray to track it down. So that's going to be a goal kick. Well, as we've already kind of seen throughout the night, it can be a dangerous game to get into a track meet with Crown Legacy. has departed, but the likes of Richmond, Aloko, Berkimas, Mbong, Subotic, who was just taken out earlier. And then on the outside, Will Cleary as well. I mean, all these guys have been a part of some great attacking moments tonight, particularly in transition. And off a takeaway, again, the counter press and the repress has worked a charm for Crown Legacy. Berkimas sits one down, places it into the middle. It's ricocheted out of harm's way here. And Cadet brings it forward for Miami. As soon as I say that, he's dispossessed. Longo up ahead, Koulibaly. Aloko, lovely turn past White. And well, Crown Legacy thought White fouled Aloko. Referee does not agree. Play continues. In the end, White plays it back for Marine. That's looped over the top again. Crown Legacy defended comfortably. Berkimas, what does he have up his sleeve this time? Little push and a chase. Then tries to cut in past White. White does well, recovers, and just touches it out of play. It is going to be a corner, however, for Crown Legacy on the near side. Kevin Sawchek noted the experience that Mfasha Berkimas has. We talked about it as well. First team experience, youth international team experience with the U.S. as well. But it should be reminded, of course, that Berkimas is still a youngster, as many of these guys are. Still just 18 years old. Mfasha Berkimas still has such a bright future ahead, as do many of these players out there on both sides. It's going to go out of play for another corner.
A yellow card has been issued to Crown Legacy in the 70th minute. Number 41.
Well, a yellow card did come out for Brian Romero earlier in that sequence. That might have been for time wasting here. That's just been confirmed to us, by the way. It was for taking too long over the corner. Romero takes this corner as well. Into the middle it goes. It's headed out. Crown Legacy will recycle it with Neely. Koulibaly over the top. Aloko. Again, lovely turn, little back heel roll. Into the middle, the header. He's over the top by Andrew Johnson, who stayed up the whole time. Couldn't score the goal. And before Miami put that ball back into play, they're going to make a substitution here. Theo Vornkamp will make way. Alejo Ristano, he's going to replace him. That is the fourth substitution that Miami has used tonight. Well, you can tell Rafael Perez wants to see some fresh legs get a chance to make an impact towards the end of this game. There is still time for Miami to mount a comeback attempt here. But it must be said, Crown Legacy have looked so good and have looked the more likely to add on, if anything. That is Ristano getting right into the action here. Diego Rey crossing it towards the edge of the area. Off the layoff, it's played out wide by Padilla. Basabe dispossessed. Aloko leads the break here for Crown Legacy. Numbers either side. It's going to be played out wide for Daniel Longo. Longo's cross is blocked out for a throw. Well, shop local, shop smart. Rugs.com is a proud sponsor of Crown Legacy FC. Visit them today and bring home a winning look. Rugs.com, where every home goal starts with the perfect rug. Well, eventually it's going to be Will Cleary to put this ball back into play for Crown Legacy. It's looped over the top towards the halfway line here. Neely, talk about threading the needle, finds Koulibaly. And then it's a good defensive Miami touch. And eventually they do clear their lines on this near side. But it is well tracked down and recovered for Berkimas. Sangokiza does so well there to keep the attack going. Longo. Sangokiza. Back for Johnson. Johnson over the top. Berkimas' header. And loop towards the halfway line. Longo wins the header, but Miami recovers it with Plombeck. Almeida back for Plombeck down the far side. And then Plombeck is not able to pick out a teammate. Was looking for Zidane Cadet down that far side. And then Miami thought it was their throw. It did not materialize that way, but they get the ball back either way. Here is Cadet to the byline. The cross is blocked away. Out for a throw-in on the far side. And then a whistle is going to stop the play there on the back end. It does look like Crown Legacy are preparing a substitution here. We'll get to that in a moment, maybe two substitutions. Here is White. White with a cross-field ball over the top, looking for Cadet. And it is out of his reach. Goal kick. That's played down the line for Aloko. Holds up the play beautifully, gets past two challenges. Aloko to the byline, wins a corner. Wow. Just more sensational play in tight quarters from Crown Legacy. They have a corner. We're being told that both teams are preparing changes. Again, we'll get to that in a moment. Brian Romero is going to take the corner for Crown Legacy with 14 minutes of the 90 left. Romero's delivery. Oh, was nearly a chance for Johnson. He could not put his boot through it. Miami will clear. And Walker will reset for Crown Legacy. Again, if the result holds, Crown Legacy go back to the top of the Eastern Conference of MLS Next Pro, 9 points from 9 to start this 2026 campaign for Kevin Sawchek's group. It would be a third game in a row without a win for Miami, who came into the night in 14th, again, still very early, of course, in the season. They'll have to go back to the drawing board if they can't recover this, as Berkimas commits a foul. Well, as we said, both teams are going to make some changes here. For Miami, that's going to be the end of the night for Diego Rey. He'll be replaced by Jeremy Ortella. And then 2 changes for Crown Legacy. Rodolfo Aloko and Nimfasha Berkimas are both going to make way. They both were fabulous throughout their 78 minutes of action. They'll be replaced by Daniel Brown and Adrian Mendoza to help solidify things down the stretch for Crown Legacy. A goal each for Aloko and Berkimas. And by the way, Aloko got the assist on one of the other goals as well. They were fantastic to watch tonight. Big reason why Crown Legacy have enjoyed the start to the season they have. Now then, on the turn was Mbong trying to thread the needle in behind for Brown, but Miami clears. Only for Crown Legacy to recover it here. This is Koulibaly. Longo plays it square. Kiza back to Koulibaly. Just lovely interplay here from the hosts. Brown on the give and go, but Mendoza cannot return the favor. Well, this is the second game of a 4-game homestand for Crown Legacy at the start of this campaign, as they're on the front foot here with Mbong, who will win a corner. What's interesting about the upcoming schedule is that they actually play Atlanta United 2 in each of their next 2 games. Next week they play them at home, and they play them at home again at the start of April. After that, a trip to Toronto, home to Chattanooga FC, away to Carolina Core finishes out the slate of April for Crown Legacy. From the corner, good header clear by Rondell White. Out for a throw. Mendoza. And then towards the corner flag here. Challenged by Cadets. It is going to be brought back for a free kick, it looks like. 10 minutes of the 90 remains. And Crown Legacy will stack the box here. It's whipped into the middle. Marine may have been fouled in there. Referee does blow the whistle. It's going to be a free kick for Miami. And Marine tried to take it, but said that Mbong was in his way. Referee's not interested in the conversation. Eventually, Miami, of course, does put it back into play. Oh, dangerous pass by Walker. It's won back by Miami here. Plombeck shot is blocked, and all of the sting was taken out of it. Mateo Saha was in the area, but Walker reacted quicker. They might be asking, what's next for Miami in Next Pro? Well, they go to Orlando next week for a Florida derby. Then they go to Carolina Core to end the month. And then just a couple of games for them in April. They're both at home. One against Atlanta and then one against Huntsville before going to Columbus at the start of May. So there'll be some time for Miami to figure some things out during that break between the Carolina Core road trip and the return home to face Atlanta. But the problem is that the slate doesn't get any easier. So they'll have to work quickly to try and bounce back from these first few games. And they started out well, getting the point Match week 1 against Chicago, despite losing on penalties, but since then, they haven't scored, and they've conceded 6 without reply in back-to-back road fixtures. And for Crown Legacy, remember they came into the night with a +8 goal differential. That's now up to +11. They've outscored their opponents to this point in the season 14-3. And you start to wonder what's been more impressive, the defensive showing, which again, Coach Kevin Sawchek thinks is improving. It's not quite where he wants it to be, still early in the season, or the attack. It's just been ruthless at times and really fun to watch. Miami looked to get one back. The shot hits into a teammate from Saha. But it's a great ball into the middle, but too close to Walker as Saha tried to slide in front of him. Couldn't get a touch. Back for Walker. Long diagonal ball played over the top here. And it's a good cushioned header back for Marine to reset. And we talked about how the numbers, the series, the history kind of favored Crown Legacy coming into the night. Form, recent form as well. And it has seemingly continued. If the score holds, it'll be Crown Legacy's 6th win in a row over Miami in Next Pro. And they'll have won 8 out of the total 9 meetings. At the moment, they're also outscoring Miami in the last 6 games. Again, this one's not over yet, but at the moment, it's 26-7 over nearly 6 games played in a row in MLS Next Pro. That's quite the dominant run by one team over another. Referee has stopped the play here. It's a free kick, and it's Mateo Saha who landed awkwardly there for Miami. We'll have to wait and see if Saha can continue here. He's helped up by Leandro Padilla. Just a quick thought on some other games going on elsewhere. Atlanta United 2, we've mentioned them a couple of times coming up on the schedules. They lead 3-1 over Huntsville tonight. Dynamo Dos are 3-0 up over Portland. Colorado 1-0 up over SKC 2 as well. Ventura County leading St. Louis by 1-0. That's another game to keep an eye on as the night progresses. Austin taking on North Texas. That game's 12 minutes in, no score. Last game of the night, another one worth watching, Vancouver and Minnesota, 9:30 p.m. Miami play their way through here, and that miss from Mateo Saha kind of sums up the night. Beat the goalkeeper, couldn't put it on target. Frustratingly kicks the ball into the advertising board. All of it kind of epitomizes Miami's evening and, frankly, the last 2 games. Just have not had that cutting edge we're used to seeing from them in the final third in Next Pro. I have to say, Crown Legacy were let off the hook there. Saha should have scored, despite the efforts of Walker to put him off, which ended up working. Of course, remember, a lot of season left, so these 2 teams will meet a couple more times this season, both in South Florida. May 17th, I should say, is the next time these 2 will tangle, and then a meeting on August 8th, also in the state of Florida. So Miami will get a couple more chances at Crown Legacy this season. That's out for a throw-in on the far side. Mentioned as well, a couple of early game results on a full day of Next Pro fixtures. Revs 2 beat Cincinnati 2-1. Columbus beat Toronto 3-2. How about Connecticut United? They beat Philadelphia by 2-1. Congratulations to them. That's a great victory in their early stages here in Next Pro. And Chicago Fire beat Chattanooga by 2-1. NYCFC 2 beat Red Bull New York in the derby on penalties. After a 1-1 draw, and it was Real Monarchs winning on pens over LAFC 2 after that game finished 2 each after the 90 minutes. That's played forward by Longo. Hugo Mbong, who is going to be penalized here, and he literally falls to the ground in disbelief. I was half expecting the referee to give the free kick for Crown Legacy there myself, but Mbong commits the foul, and the referee allows Miami to get back on it here. But as soon as I say that, Miami cannot take advantage. And they let it run out of play, I guess thinking they were going to get the throw, but they're the ones now perplexed, as it is Crown Legacy who get the decision. A good challenge there defensively by Basabe. Again, Crown Legacy's counter press, the ability to win the ball back so quickly. It's been the story of the season in Next Pro, one of them at least so far. 90th minute here, Miami on the prowl, looking for a consolation with Ortella. Still Ortella! Good save by Walker. That's one of the better chances Miami have had in this second half, along with the Saha missed chip. But Isaac Walker is down quickly to make the save. And we mentioned that Crown Legacy, if this holds, will go back to the top of the table in the East. Miami, for now, would stay in 14th. That is pending results elsewhere. Into 5 added minutes. This is into the middle. The volley is off the post from Brian Romero. Marine does just about enough to parry it and keep it out. But he gives it right back to Koulibaly. Another chance here for Crown Legacy. Good challenge by White. White may have injured himself in the process. It's a Miami throw, and Rondell White might need some attention here. Well, you hope for his sake it might just be a spot of cramp here, but White gets back up quickly. Doesn't want to be taken off the field. Ball's thrown right back into the mix. Miami through Cadet. Elude a sliding challenge on the far side. Zidane Cadet continues his run here, but it's well recovered by Crown Legacy. Just continuing to do the little things defensively. That was Will Cleary who cleaned that up. This is Johnson. 3.5 minutes left to negotiate here for Crown Legacy. On their way to continuing their perfect start to this 2026 campaign. It's going to be lifted over the top. Trying to find Romero, but finds Marine instead. That pass invites more pressure here. Hugo Mbong Did well, couldn't come up with the ball, however. Miami are going to be able to bring this forward down the far side. This is looped over the top, a cushioned header down. It's going to fall for Plumbeck. Lovely distribution here. Maybe a chance for Ortella. Came close earlier. This shot is blocked. Ortella cannot recover it. And Crown Legacy are going to leak out on this near side with Romero. Played out wide by Longo. Longo down the line. Mendoza couldn't keep it in play. And with 2 minutes left, it's a Miami throw. Well, again, the key moments came just after the second half whistle blew. Rodolfo Aloko already had given Crown Legacy a 1-0 halftime lead, but then Kevin Sawchek's group scored 2 goals in 5 minutes within the first 10 minutes at the start of the second half. Richmond in the 48th, Berkimas in the 53rd. And since then, Miami just have not been within touching distance. Despite a few late chances here, must be said. Could be another one here. Ortella plays that across. Oh, and again, Miami cannot put it in. A rare miscue from Walker, who did not get there off his line. And again, somehow, Miami cannot find the back of the net. Second time that Crown Legacy, to be fair, towards the end here, have been let off the hook. And now Mbong leads Crown Legacy up the other end. Can he put a cherry on top here? He's going to win a corner. And that will take us into the game's final seconds, you would think. Well, this could be the last act, or one of the last major acts of the contest here. It's going to be whipped right into the middle. And it was a free header. Miami tried to get this clear. Koulibaly lays this off. Cleary back to the edge of the area here, and the flag goes up against Brian Romero. Marine puts it back into play quickly. This is Plumbeck. 5 minutes are up here. We'll see how much longer the referee allows it to continue. Ristano plays it back. And that's it, full time in North Carolina. Another resounding victory for Crown Legacy, who go back to the top of the Eastern Conference table in MLS Next Pro. They win it by 3-0, and they've won 3 out of 3 at the start of this 2026 MLS Next Pro campaign. 9 points from 9 after another dominant victory here over Inter Miami. Well, number of players you could have picked here for tonight's Man of the Match presented by Adidas. Crown Legacy had a number of players stand out, but we've decided to go with Rodolfo Aloko for Kevin Sawchek's group. Scored the first goal of the game, took it so well in transition here, slotting it past the goalkeeper Marine in the 25th minute. Then got the assist on a key goal in the second half as well. Look at this, keeps the ball in play, finds Berkimas, an acrobatic finish in the 53rd minute. That made it 3-0 and sent Crown Legacy on their way to all 3 points tonight. And they're back at the top of the table in the East. That'll do it for our coverage here from North Carolina. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques. Once again, our final score, Crown Legacy beats Miami by 3-0. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. We say goodnight from Matthews.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.